A little bit of digging today, just putting in some water line, digging the trench for a plumber, and some of the stuff ready for him today. So we're starting out here at a meter. We're not pretty close to a roadway, but enough space to be around safely. But if somebody doesn't know, obviously this is a water meter. Got a shut off back here, and I'm just going to assume that their pressure reducer is probably back at the house. See if we can find that, but that's a little transponder for the meter reader. Some soft digging right here in the beginning part. We're gonna have to go all the way back to that house, under a fence back here, turn it towards the house about 130 feet. But you'll see what I'm starting to do here in the beginning. This is slower work, but took off most of the topsoil, seeing what the depth is here to the line, stay above that, and then a little bit of hand work. Just to make sure we're on the line right. And this stuff is pretty rusty, but you can see the line right there. So we're going to go out just a little ways from this. Yeah, let me get up out of this hole. We're going to go back a little ways from this, knowing where the line's at, and then we're going to start more of the new trench on the side of it. So this water is still on right now. Hoping to keep it, and it would be really nice if it went right through a gate opening that is right there for the new one, but we'll see. But we can go underneath the fence too. So short video today. All right, already just scraping back a little bit by hand, and already finding two water lines kind of crossing, but I can still pretty much tell this top one right here is what is connected. So it's probably an old connection underneath this. But here's the one point you want to know is if you call 811 for locating, they're going to locate things from the service meter on the public side or on the water side or to your meter or whatever the service entry is. But stuff past here is all private. So 811 is not going to find this line for you. You have to get a private locator for that. But we pretty much know where this one goes, and we're just going to follow along. Yeah, we got 130 foot of trench in. I'll clean that up part out by hand. It's just kind of hard to get it in with the track go to keep it clean, but just how you go through a gate. We've got to turn all the way down. I'm gonna leave the last part for connecting the digging out around the connection to the house, a little more by hand. And also tomorrow I will show inspection holes. So we're actually gonna be putting some of the 1-inch PVC in the ground, and then we'll have some pipes sticking up out of the ground. This is supposed to be 18 inches deep at least for freezing. And I'd say a lot of places were probably 24 to 30. It's kind of up in there, so I'd rather go a little bit more. But there'll be some tubes that will stick down in the ground over top of the PVC. And once we cover up the line tomorrow morning, that'll give some holes for the inspector to measure down in to confirm the depth and get all this filled in so kids don't fall in it and so on. So we'll do that tomorrow, but a little more sense of urgency. I have to leave at noon today, get back to the fire station. I got my hours in, but we have some high wildfire danger this evening, so I'm getting back to standby there and just waiting. Hopefully that'll be a calm afternoon, but really low humidity this afternoon and some wildfire danger. So I'm cutting it quits right now. Be back here tomorrow morning. Well, about to wrap up. This is pretty smooth down here. You can see the inspection hole. The plumber still has to get down in the end, so we left trench there. The homeowner is actually wanting to do with a finishing touch, just hand raking and playing out here, so not worrying too much about the detail at this point. Got another inspection hole. Again, I don't have my light on, but you can see the pipe kind of but all the way out to the road out there, getting ready to go turn water back on. And this was 180 foot put in. I'll go put the ramps down and get ready to go home, eat supper. Have a wonderful afternoon.